Welcome to Paris Créa, and Paris is full of surprises. Last week I was chilling on the deck in front of the Eiffel Tower, and this week we're talking about another great focus in Paris right now in summer 2025. It's the grand reopening of Le Grand Palais. So I already talked about a few exhibitions there in a previous video, and in today's video we are going to see 3 exhibits taking place right now in the new Grand Palais in Paris. Bonjour, my name is Blandine, and for 80% of my life I've lived in or around Paris. So, of course, gems of Paris are the Louvre and the Orsay Museum, but if you're like me, a little bit creative, a little bit curious and looking for hidden exhibits and gems in Paris, we're going to see here Niki de Phalle exhibition, Brut exhibition and the Royal Tapestries exhibition all at the same place. All these 3 exhibits don't have much in common except that they take place in this beautiful reopened Grand Palais. And there is still one part missing for the Grand Palais that I'm really waiting for. It's the Palais de la Découverte, the scientific museum inside Le Grand Palais. Still, you can see that the place is renovated and beautiful, but it's not in function. I already mentioned the history of Le Grand Palais in the previous video about the Grand Palais d'été in summer 2025, so I won't be focusing on it right now. We'll be focusing on Niki de Phalle exhibit. So we'll go from bold feminist art to raw outsider art expression and to the royal tapestries. And all these 3 exhibits left me thinking a little bit differently. So let's dive into the explosive world of Niki de Phalle and Jean Tinguely. It's all about a love story, an artistic revolution and a party for the eyes. With their art curator, Pontus Antenne, they all 3 shaped the art world in the 60s and 70s. This huge exhibition was made possible by the closing of Le Centre Pompidou for renovation too. What's unusual here is that sculptures are moving and it's very playful.
Niki de Phalle was born Catherine Marie-Agnès Phalle de Phalle near Paris in 1930, and she died in San Diego in 2002. And she was a self-taught French-American Swiss artist renowned for her colorful sculptures, paintings, films and illustrated books. And she was emerging in the early 60s without formal art training. She first gained fame for her provocative shooting paintings, plaster assemblage, that she disrupted with gunshots. And this radical approach soon evolved into her iconic nanas, exuberant, oversized female figures in joyful, vivid colors, celebrating femininity and liberation. Remember, we are in the 60s. As a member of the Nouveau Realisme group, New Realism group, she later created monumental works like the Tarot Garden in Tuscany, a whimsical sculpture park inspired by Antoni Gaudí. Although she battled chronic health issues from her experimental materials, she remained very prolific until her death at age 71 in California. Niki de Phalle didn't take the traditional route into the art world, and in fact she became an artist as a form of survival after a traumatic childhood. During tough times, she began to paint as part of her therapy, and art quickly became her way of processing trauma, challenging societal norms and asserting her voice. From the beginning, her art was deeply personal, often rebellious, and always rooted in transformation, both of herself and of the world around her. Now, the second exhibition is called L'Art Brut and it translates into raw art. And as Jean Dubuffet said it after World War II, everybody understands what raw art is. It speaks for itself. So, Art Brut, raw art, didn't come from the Beaux-Arts, the beautiful arts, the classical beautiful arts, and didn't show in classical galleries. Instead, all these artwork pieces were collected by a man, and they all come from people having issues and translating issues and emotional experiences into art. So, more precisely, these artworks were not created by people considering themselves as artists. They were nourished by experiences, so some will speak to you, some won't at all, and that's fine. These artworks are the pure products of the imagination. And with the third exhibition, still at the same place at Le Grand Palais, we enter a completely different world, going back way in ages. And finally, the Royal Tapestries exhibition will show you majestic, meditative and surprisingly modern works. Some come from the legendary French national manufacturers Les Gobelins, and we talked about Les Gobelins in a previous video. And some come from the Danish design, contemporary Danish design artworks. So here you will understand the creative process, craftsmanship, and it's all about vibrant colors and details that are surprisingly precise. So visiting the renovated Grand Palais with these three interesting exhibits left me with this quote of Matisse: "La créativité demande du courage," which translates into "Creativity calls for courage." Et voilà, if this video was interesting to you, I would be thrilled if you would leave a blue thumb up. And if you want more creative escapes in Paris, don't forget to subscribe. À bientôt and let art lead the way!